Yeah, give me this. It's nice of the cat to come down and leave like the hugest turd I've ever smelled in my entire life in my litter box. It's not my litter box, I guess, but you get the idea. Holy cow, what do they eat? It smells like deli meat. Kate, did you smell that? What the hell do they eat? It smells like summer sausage or something. It's horrible. It does smell like it smells like a foot-long turkey sandwich from Subway. I swear to you, with God as my witness, it smells like, not the bread smells good. It smells like the meat. The meat is horrible, obviously. Man, that is nasty. Holy dude. Ooh. It's not even legally bred. Yeah, listen, of all the things you can make fun of Subway for, sorry for getting back into the discourse. Of all the things you can make fun of Subway for, the bread is pretty tasty. I don't care that it's not real bread. It literally, like, it couldn't matter to me less. The Subway, the bread is still tasty. It's aggressively mid. You know what offends me the most is that you're American. So, like, you should enjoy the bread. I get it when somebody from, like, Slovakia is like, oh, the best bread is actually like, when you knock on it, it sounds like you're hitting oak. And it's like, hey, don't buy any of that processed sliced bread at the grocery store. Instead, get a loaf that's shaped like a jacket button. When you slice it, it can't even fit in your toaster because the slices are like 1 inch tall and 27 inches long. You can't make a sandwich out of it because you'd have to fold a deli meat like 35 times just to fit on the sandwich. And as soon as you get the last piece of bread on top, the whole thing pops open like a Jack in the Box due to the potential energy. Like, let's not go too hard on Subway, okay? I mean, the sandwiches are not good, but the bread is okay. It's okay. This is the most NA take I've ever heard. Again, if you're European and you're insulting Canadian food, that's fine. If you're insulting American food, just make it make sense. Because anytime someone in Europe is like, check out what I had for dinner today, the shit is like a pork chop and like 7 boiled peeled potatoes next to it, and then like a stein of Pilsner. And then you're like, that doesn't look good. And they're like, yeah, but it's the first Pilsner ever made. Like, just get over yourself, okay? Shit is like 4 gherkins and a radish. Like, it looks like a Germa shitpost on Twitter. That's not all European food. That's not all European food. And yeah, and not all American food is a fucking cheeseburger and tater tots, okay? You can't have it both ways. Hearing NA talk about bread when they mean toast is so weird. You don't even know. You have to, I know you don't have a passport because you can go to like 35 countries without a passport, which is incredible and I'm happy for you. You got to leave the Schengen area and experience the world, okay? That's such a minor thing to find funny. Like, I'm almost embarrassed for you that you think that's funny. I don't know how old I would have to be to think that that was humorous. I would have to be either 8 or 80. I'll tell you that. Certainly that period in the middle that I'm in right now, I don't find it funny at all. My sense of humor is literally so sophisticated to you that it's like the monolith landing in prehistoric Earth when the chimpanzees touch it. Like, you can't even fathom what you're seeing right now, and yet you're trying to lay hands upon it. That's what's funny to me. If by funny you mean tragic, and I often do. I love the chat bullying. It's not bullying. It's literally like you're coming up to me going, give me your lunch money. And I'm saying, no, give me your lunch money. And then you're like, I'm just a guy. Oh, personal attacks at my expense. That's not how the internet's supposed to work. Did you really ask Corey if he's a 70s kid? Like, he's 40 years old. Like, he's old, don't get me wrong. Corey, I'm sorry, it's just the damn truth. You know it. Like, it's not like it's a revelation to you, I hope. But like, it's 2023. How would he be a 70s kid? Doesn't even make sense. I can't trust NL saying he has a good sense of humor when he said you have half of your mother's penis last week. That's just something where, honestly, chat loves to pretend that they're smart, but they're actually anti-science. Half of the DNA inside of your penis came from your mom. If you're not willing to reconcile that with like your own ick, then so be it. But that's a biological fact, okay? We don't have to go into it. We don't have to talk about it for 45 minutes, but I'm just saying your inability to accept it says something about it. Because I trust scientists and doctors, but apparently that's a bold take these days. Honestly, for now, I would rather send this. It smells so fucking bad in my room right now because of this. It, like, you know how normally, like, you go nose blind to a scent within, like, 5 minutes? That's how powerful this bowel movement was. Not from me, from a cat. Like, it's so bad. Holy cow. Take a second to clean it. No, the litter genie is, like, upstairs. So I have to go upstairs, grab the litter genie, take it downstairs, come in here and put it in. I'd rather just inhale the fumes or whatever. Can't you just have the litter box elsewhere? Listen, so we originally had one litter box. Everything was hunky-dory. And then something snapped in one of the cat's brains and was like, I'm not going to use the same litter box that the other cat used. So he started pooping all over the floor. We're like, that's it. He's dying. Took him to the vet. They're like, oh, that's just how cats are sometimes. Sometimes you're going to need a second litter box. So we bought a second litter box. And then everything was fine. And then there was like more cat dominance issues. And then we found out that what you're supposed to do is have the number of litter boxes you should have is equal to the number of cats you have plus one. So we have 3 litter boxes for 2 cats. And what's hilarious about it is ever since we got the 3rd litter box, they still only use 2. When we had 2, they used 1 in the floor. Now that we got 3, they use 2. So one of them has never been touched in like 2 years, okay? And then I think that the way that it works, when we're sleeping, they poop in the one that's in the bathroom next to our bedroom. So every morning at like 4 a.m., I hear like, and then, of course, as cats are, as soon as they poop, they go crazy. Then it's like scraping the shit out of the tile. And then when I'm in my office, they poop in the one that's in the bathroom next to my office to like force me to smell it. Like, it's so messed up. That doesn't explain why the litter box is in the office. It's not in the office. As I said, it's in the bathroom next to the office. Any other parasocial questions? Maybe I'll before the next stream, everybody sign on to the Blackboard OS that we have for the class, and I'll put in the syllabus and course documents, I'll put a PDF of our entire floor plan so that you guys can be aware of the exact position of everything, and you'll have a greater understanding of the bits, okay? Got any plans to decorate the wall behind you? I do, but like, so I mean, basically we bought shelves, but the shelves are taking forever because nobody wants to work these days or something. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Like, it was like a drug deal when we bought all this furniture. We paid half up front and half upon delivery of all of the stuff. Let's just say the first half got paid like July 3rd. It's horrible, right? I, like, you know that I'm like a little gremlin. I wouldn't complain about it unless it was horrible.
Oh my God, look at the size of the poop. Oh my God.
I would not complain about it unless it was horrendous, and it is horrendous. You are saving my life by coming down here right now, and I'm eternally grateful. I'm in your debt. Oh man, it's bad, man. It is. I don't know what they've been eating. They've been eating the same stuff, like, that they always eat. It's kind of driving me crazy too, because like when Kate's cooking dinner, they meow at me like, "Hey, feed me. We're starving. Feed me." Then I put the wet food in the dish, and then they leave. They're like, "I don't want this garbage." And then they come back in like 4 hours and then eat like the room temperature food that's been out of the can for like a third of the day at that point. And I'm like, what is, no wonder you guys are having like horrible turds and then like throwing up now and then. Like it's getting a little ridiculous. Rare non-strawberry run. How about that? Catch me outside, how about that? What's your favorite cookie? I don't want to tell you because it's going to make me seem like old as... Like, I know you already think I'm old. But I think my favorite cookie ages me even more. Now, it's not oatmeal raisin, okay? That's like the oldest. But it's like a snickerdoodle. Even just saying it feels like you've gone back in time like 100 years. And what's the predominant flavor in a snickerdoodle? It's cinnamon. It's certainly not a modern flavor. It's something they probably could have made, you know, in the 1700s. They go hard, though. Dude, I'm glad people are with me. Do you hear this one, Kate? She can't talk right now. She's holding her breath, which is, again, I want to stress, completely fair. I think we want sell, buy. They do be pooping in there. She's got me on that one. You got an air filter? You would need to have an LK99 powered air filter in order to filter out whatever they just put into the atmosphere here. +2, very topical. Thank you. Thank you. Can't believe I'm doing this. But here we go. On cell swamp stance. I need to put you... I set it up thusly. Anyway, we have air filters in like every room. I'm serious. I'm not just putting on airs. I promise you that. Like if we were in a which streamer has more air filters competition, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, Kate, is anybody beating us? She said, I don't know, but like I'm telling you, nobody's beating us.
I'm allergic.
I'm not. I think it's a good thing. I think we got the cleanest air. We already live in a relatively clean air city. Somehow the whole continent's on fire, but we don't have smoke for the first time in forever.
Oh my god, it's done.
Thank you, my wife.
There was so much shit.
That last one really brought the pain, though.
Holy.
Can't believe I'm buying apples. Thank you. Lovely Momo, thank you. She didn't have to clean the poop, but she did. She didn't have to, but she did, and that's why we love her. Well, one of many reasons. Lovely Momo.